Welcome back to Florida Criminal Law's special edition on advanced settlement strategies. And today we're talking about various aspects of SPECT brain imaging. One of the questions I often get is, what type of a sentence will someone get if I go through all of this evaluation, diagnosis, do all this treatment? Will I go to the state hospital? That's probably one of the number one questions I get. Will I be locked away in the nut house, kind of a thing? Well, during the entire time I've done SPECT brain imaging, which is 2005 to the present, I've only had one client who was sent to the state hospital. One. It's extremely rare, and frankly, it's not a very desirable outcome. It wasn't until the state hospital actually implemented the treatment plan that we had arranged through Amen clinics for our particular client that he actually got better. This particular individual had a 10-year record of an average of one violent crime a year. I don't know about you, but when you have people running around in your community and they're averaging one violent crime a year, personally, I think that's a bad thing, don't you? Well, this guy was actually treated successfully by using one of these Amen Clinic diagnostic evaluation and treatment plans, and most importantly, after he was released, the court followed him for 5 years, and the number of crimes he committed was 0. In other words, it actually worked. Now, I want to read to you, and this is going to pop up on your screen in a moment. You can read it with me. What is the mission statement of the Florida State Hospital? And it's this: partner with stakeholders to promote competency restoration and personal recovery and resiliency through a trauma-informed approach. Do what? Did that say anything intelligent to you? Do you know what that sounded like to me? Nonsense. Right there on their homepage, government-sponsored nonsense. And then they talk about their core values. I'll tell you what the core values really are. The politicians in Tallahassee have to do something. They have to have some place to put criminally insane people so that they're safe and not harming people, because they're basically out of their minds. And so they created the state hospital, and frankly, they don't fund it the way they should. They get people in and out of there as fast as they can. Why? Because that's not popular with the taxpayers. Putting people in solitary confinement for 35 years, that apparently is very popular, which says a lot about people's morality. Instead of actually, I guess, doing more than restoring people to competency so that their prosecution and punishment can continue, what we're not finding is anything about solving the problem of crime. And that's what our advanced settlement strategies are all about. We don't just want to get our clients off. We're not just trying to get you out from under. No, our goal is much bigger. What we really want to do is to have your family heal, to have you heal, to put together something so that, it's bad. You're calling a criminal defense lawyer. Nobody wakes up in the morning and goes, gosh, I hope I get arrested and charged with a major crime where I could be put away for years. That normally does not happen unless somebody has real bad problems in their brain. What normally happens is they have an untreated mental health disorder. Quite often they don't even know about it. And we want to find out what that problem is, and we want them to get effective treatment. In other words, we have two goals for you. We don't want you to just get off and then recycle and get into trouble again and again and again. I mean, believe me, if we win your case, we're thrilled. But at this point, with as long as I've been practicing law, that's a very short-lived sugar high. That's like a little squirt of lighter fluid, a match, and it's gone. What provides deep satisfaction is when your case ends, that the second component, that you have an empowered, functional, happy, productive, be a productive citizen type of life. That is a lot more fulfilling than the sugar-coated lighter fluid high that only lasts for a few seconds from a trial win or a dismissal. So what we're really talking about is solving two problems at the same time, killing two birds with one stone. And that is, we provide outstanding legal care in the field of criminal defense, but at the same time, If, and this doesn't apply in every case, if there is a mental health problem, we want that mental health problem solved, because I'm quite sure if someone has a significant mental health problem that results in them getting arrested and prosecuted, in my experience, I'm not having lots of family members going, gosh, I can't believe this happened because this person is so functional all of the time and easy to deal with and fun to be around. That does happen, but that's not the majority. That's a small percentage. So we know that when someone is in legal trouble and it's serious to the point where we're talking about advanced settlement strategies using brain imaging, that your life has been pretty rough, that you've had some pretty rough things happen to you, or genetically something happened. And as a result, there's been a lot of suffering for a long time, and now it's at a crisis point. So let's do what we can to kill two birds with one stone and pretty much make it one-stop therapy. Solve the legal problem and also solve the behavior problem that led to it without failure paths such as 12-step treatment and gems like the state hospital. My name is Stephen Cobb. We'll be continuing our Advanced Settlement Strategies seminar, and I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am.